Your last day at the Zermatt School for Young Ladies. Your final and most important lesson. How to spend Daddy's lovely money.
In the 1970s, status didn't always mean being rich. Sometimes it just meant having the right thing at the right time. And if you had one of these, you didn't need to announce it. People saw it. 1. Adidas sneakers with the stripes. Some shoes were just shoes you threw on before heading out the door. Adidas with the stripes were something completely different. The second people noticed those clean lines on the side, they understood you weren't wearing random sneakers from a bargain shelf. These had identity.
Adidas believes in you. Oh yeah. Adidas believes in you. Believe in you.
They looked athletic, sharp, and connected to something bigger than your local shoe store. There was a confidence that came with them. You could wear them with gym clothes, jeans, shorts, or whatever else you had on, and they instantly made the whole outfit feel more current. Even if everything else you were wearing was ordinary, the shoes did the heavy lifting. They also carried that powerful teenage quality of seeming both casual and important at the same time. You weren't dressed up, but you still looked like you knew what mattered. That balance is exactly what status items do best. And for a lot of teens, owning Adidas wasn't only about comfort or sports. It was about walking into school already feeling one step ahead before the day had even started. 2. Levi's jeans.
There was a stranger who came into our town. He was tall and had eyes that could look right to the bottom of you. We might have welcomed him except for one thing. His pants. They weren't dull like ours, and this troubled us. Stranger, how is it your pants have colors and flared legs? He just smiled and said, I'm wearing Levi's.
Levi's weren't just another pair of pants hanging in the closet. They were the jeans. Whether it was classic 501s, cords, or that one pair that fit exactly the way you hoped they would, Levi's carried a reputation that went far beyond clothing. They looked right, felt right, and somehow made even the simplest shirt seem like a complete outfit.
Good morning, world. Good morning to you. I'm wearing my Levi's.
A teen wearing Levi's looked like they understood the assignment without trying too hard. That was part of the magic. They weren't flashy, but they never needed to be. The name alone did the work. Even people who claimed not to care about brands knew Levi's meant something.
What if man had turned out differently? Then where would he wear Levi's stay-pressed slacks or Levi's fashion jeans? Would he put Levi's herringbone on his fins? Levi's stripes on his wings? How could he enjoy Levi's flares with Dacron polyester?
They also had versatility, which matters when you're young. You could wear them to school, out with friends, to a game, on the weekend, and still feel like you were wearing the right thing. Few items managed to feel appropriate everywhere while still carrying status, but Levi's did. And that's why they lasted. They weren't just popular for a moment, they became the standard everyone else was measured against. 3. Jordache jeans.
Stonewashed denim, new old favorites from Jordache.
If Levi's were classic, Jordache felt like a statement. These were the jeans people noticed. Tighter fit, sharper look, more attitude. Jordache wasn't trying to blend in, and neither was the person wearing them. They suggested confidence before you said a word.
Jordache now presents Jordache jeans for kids.
The Jordache look. The Jordache look. The Jordache look.
For a lot of teens, Jordache represented stepping into a more fashion-conscious version of yourself. You weren't just dressed, you were making choices, and in high school that could change everything. 4. Tube socks with stripes. It sounds small now, but tube socks with stripes mattered. pulled high and visible, they turned something basic into part of the outfit. Gym class, weekends, hanging out, walking into school. Suddenly, socks were helping tell the story. They looked sporty, energetic, and current in a way plain socks never could. The stripes did all the work. And when a simple item becomes noticeable, it becomes status. 5. Timex digital watch.
Now Timex lets her have a whole wardrobe of watches. For instance, this little water-resistant Timex for only $12.95. Or for the boutique look, this beautiful, bold sport Timex, only $11.95.
A digital watch in the 1970s felt like tomorrow had arrived early. Numbers on a screen, buttons to press, features you didn't fully need but absolutely wanted. Even checking the time looked more advanced than it used to.
This is a Timex for men. Waterproof, shockproof, and utterly reliable.
A Timex digital watch wasn't just practical, it suggested you were keeping up with the future. Technology was becoming personal, wearable, and cool. And for teens, anything that looked futuristic instantly had value. If this brought back memories you hadn't thought about in years, make sure you subscribe here on YouTube and follow me on Facebook. I post new videos like this every week, and there's always something that takes you right back. 6. Polaroid instant camera.
How much should you expect from a great camera? Polaroid's SX70 lets you shoot automatically, very close, or very far away, in lots of light, or hardly any. Shoot every second and a half, and have beautiful pictures in minutes. No other camera in the world does it all.
Owning a Polaroid changed the energy of any gathering. You didn't just take pictures, you created moments on the spot.
Just focus right here and press the button. Okay. Hey, let's look at the camera. That's it. Hold it. Just a nice smile.
Polaroid's deluxe SX70 land camera. There's nothing like the kick of seeing your pictures develop in minutes before your eyes. With 3 SX70s to choose from and the new little Pronto at $66, why don't you get one for yourself?
I want to take one.
The photo came out immediately. People crowded around waiting for it to appear. And suddenly, whatever was happening felt bigger because it had been captured in real time. No waiting, no developing later, no wondering how it turned out. The person with the Polaroid wasn't just carrying a camera, they were carrying attention. 7. Famolare wedge shoes.
Serving the anatomy, both its form and function. The soles of all Famolare shoes are precision contoured for maximum comfort and support. The upper parts complement the natural form of the foot, without forcing it into strange or uncomfortable shapes.
Some shoes said fashion. Famolare wedges announced it. They were bold, recognizable, and had enough personality to become the center of an outfit all by themselves. You didn't wear them by accident. You wore them because you wanted to be seen in them. For many teens, they represented stepping into grown-up style while still feeling young and fun. They were trendy without being ordinary. And shoes that get talked about always become status items. 8. An initial necklace. There was something powerful about wearing your own letter around your neck. Simple gold-tone initial necklaces felt personal, stylish, and just polished enough to stand out without trying too hard. They worked with almost anything and somehow made the whole look feel more put together. It was jewelry, but it was also identity. Your letter, your presence, your style in one small piece. That kind of personal detail always gets noticed. 9. Ray-Ban aviator sunglasses.
Olympic swimmer Matt Biondi wears Ray-Ban sunglasses because they block glare. Track star Jackie Joyner-Kersee to protect herself from harmful UV rays.
Some sunglasses hide your eyes. Ray-Ban aviators changed your whole face. The second you put them on, everything felt cooler. They carried movie star confidence, grown-up energy, and just enough mystery to make walking across a parking lot feel dramatic. You didn't need bright sun to wear them. You needed attitude. And that's why certain sunglasses never really disappear. And I'd love to hear from you. What status item did every teen want at your school in the 1970s? Let me know in the comments. 10. A Parker pen set.
Your last day at the Zermatt School for Young Ladies. Your final and most important lesson. How to spend Daddy's lovely money. Checkbooks open, girls? Pens at the ready?
No, Felicity. I couldn't possibly go shopping in Knightsbridge with one of those.
A pen with style. A pen with élan. A Parker Lady in white rolled gold.
Knots just seem to roll from its tip. Signatures flow with a flourish.
Not every status item was worn. Some were pulled out at exactly the right moment. A Parker pen set had weight to it, literally and socially. Nice pens suggested maturity, success, and the idea that even writing your name could be done with style. Pulling one out in class or carrying one in a bag felt more sophisticated than it probably should have. But that's how status works. Sometimes it's not the biggest object in the room, it's the smallest one used with confidence. The funny thing about teen status is how often it lives in ordinary objects. Shoes, jeans, a watch, a pen, a camera. But at the right age, in the right moment, those things can feel enormous. And if you grew up in the 1970s, you probably still remember exactly which item made someone look like they had it all together. Everything I featured today is linked in the description below. Go check it out. If this took you back, click the one on your screen. It's all the status items every 1970s teen wanted to be seen with.